Corey Seifert from Chaos THQ and Frontlines, Fuel of War.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm not going to Donahue it because I'm not that advanced yet, but I'd like to thank the Academy. So I'm going to launch our game here, showing off Frontlines, Fuel of War. And while it's loading up, I just want to give a little history about the studio, Chaos Studios. It was started as a company called Trauma Studios back in 2000, and they worked sort of independently on a Battlefield 1942 mod called Desert Combat. It's just a couple guys working in their spare time, and they made something really solid. 3 million people plus downloaded it. It's a huge hit, and they got the attention of DICE, the makers of Battlefield 1942. Wow, that usually loads a lot slower. All right, getting there. We can turn the volume down. That'd be sweet. Everybody enjoy the music? So, there we go. Love the music. Matt, I'm sorry. Don't hate me. So, they were acquired by DICE a little while ago. They were invited, actually, DICE then started working on the Battlefield 2 R&D project. And based on the good work that they were doing on that project, they were actually in turn bought out by Electronic Arts. You guys have heard of that company, right? So when they were bought out by EA, they were invited to go to their Stockholm office and work there. Everyone was offered jobs to move, and they decided, they had this great team, this great location. They loved working in New York, and decided, forget that. We're going to start our own studio in New York. We're going to call it Chaos Studios, and they teamed up with THQ to launch a new studio working on Frontlines Fuel of War, which is the game you see before you today. So Frontlines was started about, late 2005. As the programs tell you, it's about 2 years. So we're going to show off 3 things today. We have a limited amount of time, so if I start talking too fast, I apologize in advance. We'll take a little look at the multiplayer. We're going to look at the cinematics and how we created those. And then we're going to take a little look at the single-player campaign, the first few opening moments of that. So I'm going to cheat and use the console here because... Oh, thank you, Dennis Crow, one of our associate producers and chief. Maybe we could turn the volume down on that a little. Yeah, can we turn this down, or is that separate? Okay. Well, while I fiddle with this. So we're going to show off a multiplayer level called Gnaw. Frontlines is a next-gen first-person shooter for PC, Xbox 360, and PS3. And for probably the first time on this scale, it's got 32 plus players on console, which is a great feat. We're using the Unreal 3 engine. It's awesome. It gives us a lot of power to work with. And we're hoping to go upwards of 32 on PC. So what that provides is this big open battlefield where you've got a whole lot of people playing the game. Now the problem with past games like that is you've got this big open battlefield and all these objective points that you can capture in any order. And so one of the other core things is we wanted to have this big open world where the player can actually choose everything they do. So they can choose what objectives they're going to take, what order they're going to take the objectives in, and whether or not they're going to have audio. So, sweet. This is awesome. All right. Great. All right, that works. So, like I said, we're going to open up a multiplayer map called Gnaw. The game is all about choice. You can choose which objectives you're taking, what order you go in, what weapons you're going to load out with. Most games have your standard roll call of shotguns, machine guns, your standard fare. And we tried to go above and beyond that with different roles that you take on. So your role is a set of abilities and equipment that you get that as you play the game, it upgrades. So it's sort of an RPG element where you can, the longer you play, the more powerful weapons you get. Once this loads up, I'm going to show you some of the weapons from the Western Coalition. Sweet, there we go. The Western Coalition drone tech. So the weapons and there we go. So the weapons in Frontlines are all extrapolated from real-world technology. So the new stuff that the military is working on today, we sort of taken that and applied a little chaos theory, if you will, and get it, chaos theory. There we go. I'm old school. I got to use the flight sim controls. So we've applied a little chaos theory. Sorry. Lights. Good idea. I like that. So we have, as you can see in this bottom right corner, we've got a recon drone. So I can go ahead and switch to that guy. I'll toss him out. And this is based on some of the real-world technology today, where you have these unmanned drones that don't send soldiers into the combat zone. So with this guy, you deploy him to the area. And we're in a multiplayer session just locally on this computer right now. But if there were other guys in the session, you'd see them all painted. And it would also transmit that data to all of your teammates. So I can fly through this level, tagging targets as I go, and helping my teammates capture this objective, really make the tactical experience work. And then if let's say there's a guy capturing this objective, I can always drop down and blow him up. So that's the first role. So let's say I play for a little while and I totally cheat and get the upgrade. Ah, there we go. This is our assault drone. So this is the next upgrade. This is for your level 2 drone tech person. He gets this drone, which you can roll in the battle. It's got a nice machine gun mounted on the top. Mowing people down, pretty good. And it's, again, you can deploy it to the battlefield without putting yourself in danger. So let's see, we can pop out of this guy. And then finally you get your level 3 upgrade, which is your mortar drone. Now this fires 4 mortar shells. And if you guys, if there's any, military geeks out there, you might recognize this as one of the primary weapons that the military is putting out nowadays. So as you can see, they get, pretty powerful as you go along. So we're going to take a look at another, how do I do this? I'm going to have to use a mouse, crazy me. We're going to take a look at another role. This is the Western Coalition air support role. So the air support specialist gets access to flyover weaponry that they can drop in their designated target area. The first of which is the precision strike. So let's go find ourselves a vehicle. All right, those look like they'll do. Try that middle one. So I switch to my targeting designator, and we'll drop a little precision strike. And actually, that's going to be another UCAV. I don't know if you guys saw it. That's a UCAV bomber. So it's actually an unmanned bomber. And there you go. Works pretty well. So you can also update. You get your second upgrade. You get a cluster bomb, which actually covers a nice wide area. So if you've got a whole bunch of people trying to capture an objective, drop it on the objective. And that works out pretty well. There you go. Bursts apart. Viola.